My name's David Parkinson. I'm with Wick Hill. I think network access control is in an interesting place right now. I remember NAC from 10 plus years ago when it was difficult and cumbersome to roll out, it was very expensive and sometimes required specific hardware. It often ended with pilot projects which were never fully rolled out because admins were wary of making changes, and many are still in place today for the same reason. Products like macmon have evolved to make network access control simpler and faster to implement, and instead of being a burden on the network team, can instead add value to their everyday work. Just as a quick example, macmon comes at NAC from a network management angle rather than focusing heavily on the endpoint. I'll explain that further in a minute, but because of that network management angle, macmon can draw out a live topological network map. That map can be filtered down by VLAN, MAC prefix or other attributes and used by a NOC rather than having to keep adding in additional tools. Network managers love those benefits, and having it rolled together with NAC just makes sense. So instead of rolling out another agent, macmon can look up events in the central database of, say, Kaspersky System Center and look for certain events. So, for example, if I can see that the personal firewall on a workstation can't start or that a client hasn't been updated for a week, I can use macmon to take that workstation off the network into a quarantine, alert an admin, and then bring the workstation back on when the problem's fixed. The need for network access control certainly hasn't gone away. In fact, it's more important than it's ever been in light of some recent breaches. It's really all about deciding whether a device should be allowed onto the network in the first place, and then what it should and should not be allowed to see on its part of the network once it's on. This is essentially a way of logically segmenting networks that complements internal firewalls and endpoint security solutions. There's a good use case for NAC in healthcare to address the 8001-1 European Directive on managing risk in medical networks. There's strong interest from education, engineering, financial and most other verticals. Analysts are suggesting 30% compound growth for NAC over the next few years. If you're looking for a network access control solution that's fast to implement, works with 802.1x and SNMP to deliver NAC to different kinds of devices through different switches and access points, and give us a call.